Have you ever noticed with Meta ads that even though your target audience is tens of millions of people, your frequency is super high and you just keep on getting in front of the same people over and over and over again, and it's derailing your campaign results? Well, today I'm going to show you the easiest fix to prevent this from happening and get your campaign back on track. All right, really quick, just in case you don't know what frequency is the number of times that people have seen your ad over a given time period, and that given time period is selected by you, right? So you are choosing the view that you see inside of Facebook Ads Manager. You can do today, yesterday, last 7 days, 30 days, a custom time range. So whatever time range you actually select, it's going to give you the frequency. So if you have or are looking at last 7 days and you have a frequency of 1, it means that everyone has seen your ad one time for all of your impressions. But if you're doing last 7 days view and your frequency is 5, it means everyone who you've gotten in front of over the last 7 days has seen your ad 5 times. And obviously, you can see as your frequency gets higher and higher, how that might get a little bit annoying for the people who are actually seeing these ads, and how that will be less than ideal for your campaign results. So how actually do you fix this? Well, it's an inherent problem with the algorithm. So what's actually going on here is that it's over optimizing, right? So the algorithm is actually detecting for signals that indicate someone might be interested in your ad, right? So if someone's scrolling and scrolling on their phone, they see your ad, they read your copy, they engage with it, maybe they hit a like, comment, or share, whatever it might be, but then they go on and move about their day. Well, all that engagement was a positive signal to the algorithm, and justifiably so, right? It makes sense. If someone actually engaged with your ad, it kind of makes sense that they might be interested in buying from you. And so the algorithm goes, oh my goodness, like I need to get back in front of this person because they showed a lot of interest. And so it gets in front of them again and again and again. And it doesn't really seem to have the ability to realize, okay, cool, you're doing a little bit of overkill right now. Maybe relax and get in front of new people, because my target audience is 50 million people large, just as an example. Yet you've only gotten in front of, 200,000 people. So what the heck actually is going on? So it's something that we just know exists inside of the algorithm. And the good news is that there is a fix to make sure that this doesn't derail your campaigns. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and we'll dive right in. All right, so here we are. So really quick, let me go ahead and show the frequency metric, which we can see over here, frequency. So I'm looking at this specific date range, January 19th to the 25th. My frequency was 1.64. And in order to add this, you do need to modify your columns. Facebook will not give you this automatically. So if you just go down here and you click on customize columns and then you type in frequency, you're going to see it come up, and then you can go ahead and add it to your column. So what happened with this campaign is that we were doing really well. So this is driving to a $47 purchase. However, there is an upsell. Average cart value is a little bit above $60. We can just say $65. So this campaign was extremely profitable, right? So 62 purchases, $33 per purchase for an average cart value of $65. So basically the return on ad spend for this was 2, right? So for every $1 this client was putting in, they were getting $2 back. And also on top of that, the two ROAS, that actually is just for the initial purchases. These people, they do get served the option to buy a higher ticket program at $1,000, which they get served, weeks down the road. So there's even more potential for cash and revenue further down the road. But even the immediate return, it's a return of 2, which is really great. So this campaign was just cruising along. But then if I switch this to the last 7 days, you'll see a womp womp. It really derailed big time, right? So now we're actually losing money on each and every single transaction, which is not good. So I did a little bit of a deep dive, like, hey, what's going on? This was getting such good results. Our click-through rates are still high. People are commenting and all kind of stuff on the ads. Why is it not converting as it used to? Well, I did a last 30 days view, and then I saw when I went to the frequency that it's at 3.29. So almost 3.5, meaning people are seeing these ads on average 3.5 times over a 30-day period. And you can kind of see that, okay, they see the ad once, they see the ad twice, they see the ad a third time. If they're not buying on that third time, it's very likely they're not going to buy again in the future. Yet they keep on getting served the same ad over and over and over again. And this is a large audience. I mean, not only are we targeting dentists, but we're also doing it all over the world, right? So this is not just confined to the United States and Canada, for example, right? We are doing all sorts of countries everywhere. So it's a very, very large audience of millions and millions and millions of people. But again, when we go back to the overall impressions and reach, so we have only reached 67,000 people over the last 30 days, but our impressions are 250,000, right? So again, it's the same people seeing the same ad over and over again. And I know for a fact that there's way more than 67,000 people who are eligible to see the ad here. So what actually is the fix? How can we force the algorithm to stop doing this over optimization process and help it get in front of new people? Well, what I ended up doing is that I came in here into my exclusions, and then I excluded anyone who has engaged with a post or for the last 30 days in Facebook, and anyone who's engaged with a post or ad over the last 30 days for Instagram as well. And the results are already immediate. This was just derailing and tanking, not getting results at all. But already today, we have two purchases for this audience down here at $29 per purchase, and this one purchase at $33. So immediately we're back on track, because now that we have added this exclusion, even though this target audience is millions and millions of people strong, now the algorithm, I've given it a rule that, hey, once someone sees this ad, once someone engages with this ad, you cannot get in front of the same person for 30 days, right? So now it's forced to go out brand new people. So let me show you how to build this audience. You're going to go to your audiences tab, and you can see I've already created them right here. And I have a couple different variations created, right? 3 days, 3 days, 30 days. And I thought I had a 14-day one and a 7-day one. But really, the main point here is that even though I'm doing 30 days right now, that doesn't necessarily mean that that's the best option, right? You want to test, to see how this goes, right? So you can do a short-term one, 3 to 7 days. You can do a medium-term one, 14 to 21 days. You can do longer term ones, 30 to 60 days, stuff like that. You're going to want to probably start low. And then if you're not seeing it, get in front of new people, if you're not seeing your results get back on track, just keep on increasing the time period right there. And then eventually you'll find the sweet spot of, okay, over the course of 30 days, in this case, for this account, that seems to be working well in terms of that exclusion. But to create this to create this audience, you're going to go to custom audience right here. And you have to create two of them, right? One for Instagram and one for Facebook. So let's just jump over to the Facebook one right now. We'll click next. And then we want to make sure we select the right account. Okay, there we go. Now, this always defaults to everyone who engaged with your page, but we want to change this. We're going to hit this drop down menu right here, and then we're going to go to anyone who engaged with a post or ad. So while you can't specifically say anyone who engaged with this ad right here from this campaign, you can say anyone who engaged with a post or ad. And when you are running ads, right, a larger majority of people are going to be engaging with your ads rather than your organic posts. So while you may be getting some people that maybe you don't want to be excluding, at the end of the day, this is the best that we can do, and it can still deliver you good results. And then here's where you change your date range. Like I said, I recommend starting at a lower number, 7 days, and then if that doesn't work for you, jump it up to 14. If that doesn't work, jump it up to 21, or as I have done here, you go ahead and jump it up to 30 days. And I've even done longer than 30 days, right? So once I've been running a campaign successfully for over a year, I do often find myself having to do 60 to 90-day exclusions, just so it can force itself to get in front of new people. So again, this is just me saying there is no perfect number. You're going to have to test what number actually starts working for your campaign, and then go ahead and apply it. And then you want to make sure you give it very specific name. So right, I always do FB engaged. Oops, I can't type right now. Any post or ad. And then I like to do the time period, 30 days, just like that. I'm not going to save this because I already have this same exact audience right here. And then once you've done that for both Facebook and Instagram, then you head back to your ad set level, and you're going to drop that into the exclusions, just as you see right here. So again, now what's happening is that someone's going to see an ad today, let's just say, and they won't be eligible to see that ad for another 30 days, right? So it's not going to be annoying them over and over again. So it's forcing the algorithm with that exclusion to go out and get in front of new people. All right, so there you have it. Now you have a good understanding of not only what frequency is, what causes a high frequency, and how you can actually fix that so that your campaign results can get back on track. So I hope you found this tutorial helpful and that it'll get your campaigns rocking and rolling once again. As always, if you have any questions about anything that I covered today, just let me know down in the comments below. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time.